Well, the two practice days are really important for us. We'll practice tomorrow and then again on Sunday. So those 2 days are really important. We haven't had practice time for quite a while now, and we have. It's been, very brief. So we'll have to maximize that. And then obviously in the game, we just want to stay sharp in the game, and most importantly, get out of it healthy, of course. But you have to play the game, and you have to get through the practices, and you have to be ready to play at a high level. So we can't take our foot off the gas in that sense.
Is this a rare situation where you prepare for the game, but you also kind of have to have what's after the game in mind for preparation?
Yeah, it is. I mean, listen, up until last night, we were still playing for something, and at this point, the only true thing you're playing for now is for game one of the playoffs. So, you have to play game 82, and so how can you use that game to be ready for the playoffs? And that is do your best to remain healthy, but also remain sharp and have good habits and all those kind of things, and maximize your practice and preparation time off the ice. So that's really what where our focus is. So we opted to give the players the option of what they wanted to get out of today. We had a team meeting. Still feel like there's a bit of a sense of still recovering from our road trip, and the travel and the lack of sleep and all those kind of things. And then we're back in the building here today, but players are all in different spots in terms of how they're feeling. So today was a good day for those that wanted to get on the ice and get some work in to do that, and those that wanted to just keep their work off the ice were able to do that. But we'll get everybody out tomorrow.
Where are you at with starter for Friday and whether Jack goes?
Yep. I have a pretty good sense of what we'll do there, but didn't have those conversations with any of the players, not just goalies, but any of the players today. So we'll have those conversations tomorrow, and then make the appropriate decisions for Friday.
Mitch is still chasing, obviously, such a special moment yesterday. Mitch still has a chance at 100. Will that factor in at all when you talk to him about whether he plays on Friday?
Yeah, it does, and it will. At the same time, much like I felt with Austin yesterday, I mean, I was happy for him to get that and have that moment. Yet, in my mind, he's already a 60-goal scorer. Again, because you round up, and especially when you factor in the games that he's missed and the pace that he's on, and I feel the same about Mitch. I mean, he's already a 100-point guy. To me, that's how you sort of describe players. You're either a point-a-game guy, you're a 100-point guy. You don't really talk about what comes in between, and Mitch is right there. He's had an unbelievable season for us, and is a huge part of everything that we've done and accomplished in the regular season here as a team, and he shares in the individual accomplishments such as what Austin had last night here with 60 goals. So no matter where all of our players finish up, we've had a number of guys that have had career years here, and that's part of why we've had a success as a team, and it's a big reason why we're excited going into the playoffs.
You've got three guys over 1,000 games in no Stanley Cup. When it comes to teammates finding motivation to do things beyond themselves, or even you in the pregame speech, how much would you say those three guys, they want to win for those three guys?
There's no question that our guys have great respect and appreciation for how hard it is to win, and respect for those players that have played a really long time in the league and given so much to the game and continue to push hard to win. So yeah, that's part of the story, but there's no shortage of motivation or inspiration to win the Stanley Cup. So every player has their own thing. It's personal to them, personal, to their family. That's why you play, and that's what you compete for. But yeah, within the room, there's all sorts of different stories and different things that tie into it as well, and collectively just, brings the group together. Knowing that you have to rely on one another, and everybody has to come together. Everybody has to do their part. But those veteran players that we have are a part of our story.
Why is Timothy Keefe taking the jump it has this season?
Obviously, just increased experience in the league, I think, is the big thing. Great opportunity right from day one of training camp that we provided him, and he's taken advantage of it. And he's had his ups and downs, especially in these last couple months. You know, it coincides with Giordano's arrival here in the last little bit. He's found another level in his play, you know, and Giordano, of course, contributes to that with his presence. But it's also, you know, at the point now where, you know, where Lily's coming to the end of his first full season in the NHL, and you can see him taking those steps. You know, there's times when, you know, you can still see some of that inexperience come through. Yet he seems to be reducing the amount of times you see that, and that's been the best part. I mean, I think, you know, you look at, you know, because of his play in Jake Muzzin's absence and Giordano's arrival, Labushkin's arrival, like our team has taken a big step here in the last while, especially defensively, you know. So, you know, we had Sandy and Lilligren play together for a long time there, and those guys were doing well. But since Giordano's arrived, that pairing there and our team as a whole has really gotten better, and Lily's been a big part of it.
Did something like for him need to happen for him as a person to just kind of figure it out?
He just needed more time to come into his body, more time to figure out the league, more time to find his place and pick his spots and recognize what he can and can't get away with in the league. That takes time. He's still a really young guy. He's been in the organization a long time here now and spent time in the minors, but he's still a very young guy. Had he not played in the AHL at 18, you know, you would have a different perspective on just how young he is. And you know, he's had great experiences, won a Calder Cup at 18 years old, and played a good role on that team, and very similarly got better and better as the season went on. You know, but he's certainly taken steps to the point that he's absolutely a big factor in the conversation of what our six is going to look like in Game 1.
What's it mean for you to be front and center of the team picture with this team, especially this year?
I mean, it's special to be able to coach the Leafs, you know, no matter what the team behind you has accomplished. It's a special thing, but this group in particular has given me lots of reasons to be proud. The work they put in to get to this point, to be in my opinion, you know, the most competitive division in the NHL, and go into the first round of the playoffs with home ice advantage is a testament to the work that the group has put in. So it's you know, it is nice to sit there, but you know, we'd like to have another team photo when this is all said and done with some trophies there.
How difficult will the decision be on the sorting out your six for Game 1?
It's going to be very difficult. It's a daily discussion for us, and I don't know that we ever reach a solution. When we finish the meeting, we kind of push it to the next day, to be honest. So that's really where we're at.
Will your opponent factor into the decision, or is it more based on you?
I think the opponent will factor in. I think some of the matchups will factor in, and then also just the knowledge that we've liked the way things have gone for our team in terms of how guys have come in and out. We've moved things around at different times, and they've adjusted. And we just feel like that's probably the way it's going to be. Is, you know, what it looks like in Game 1 won't necessarily mean that's what it looks like in Game 2. So all of our guys will have to stay ready, and we believe in, you know, right now we have 7 healthy guys. If Sandin becomes healthy, he becomes 8. Carl Dahlstrom hasn't played a ton for us this season, but anytime he has, we've really liked what he's done for us. And another big body on the left side, and has done a really great job with the Marlies. So we've got good depth there, and getting Muzzin and Sandin healthy goes a long way to that. But you know, these will continue to be daily discussions for us. I don't think they're going to end once the playoffs begin. He's going to practice tomorrow, and that will be really his first official team practice, and frankly, even if he had practice today, from what I'm told, they looked at Friday as being aggressive for him. So I think with that being said, that it's unlikely, I would say at this point, that he plays this week.
It's been a pretty tough season for Jake Muzzin. What did you make of his return? I know you said you want to take maybe another look at it. And what do you think he can give you in the playoffs now, even having gone through what he's gone through?
Yeah, he has been a tough season for Muzz for sure. He continues to battle through, and he's going to have to continue to do that. He's not going to be playing at 100%. That's the reality. But he played last night and got through the game and felt good, and feels good today, to the point that on an optional day he was back out on the ice again and continued to get work in. So that's very encouraging. That's what I'm most concerned with here now. Expectation is he'll play again on Friday and get another game in. And then in terms of what he brings, I mean, big guy, physical, great poise and presence in our room, has a great perspective. He's won the Stanley Cup. He gives us a lot of additional depth and options. And I mean, we've seen it in previous years. We think we're we're insulated greater this season with the additions of Giordano and the progression of our young players like Sandine Liljegren, Labushkin's addition. You know, but the previous 2 seasons that I've been here, you know, we were in pretty good spots in the playoffs, and we lost Jake Muzzin and we didn't recover. It was pretty good. You know, there's other reasons that go into that, of course, but you know, losing Muzz is one of those reasons. He means a lot to our team. Like I said, I think our defense is better now, and we can sustain those kind of things, I believe, greater than we've shown to be able to do in the past. But you just go